My child, stop for just a moment and breathe. Let your shoulders come down from where they have been holding so much for so long, and let me speak to you the way a father speaks to a child he has loved from before the world began. You have been so hard on yourself lately. You have looked in the mirror and seen only the parts of you that still feel unfinished. The habits you have not conquered, the wounds that have not fully healed, the version of yourself you keep apologizing for. But I did not draw you here tonight to remind you of who you have been. I drew you here to confirm something over your life that will change how you see everything. I have already decided who you are becoming, my beloved, and today I want to show it to you. I know how tired you are, my child, of trying to fix yourself. You have read the words, made the resolutions, promised yourself that this time you would finally be different, and then watched the old patterns return, until you began to wonder if change was even possible for someone like you. You have been your own harshest judge, keeping a careful record of every failure, replaying your worst moments long after everyone else has forgotten them. And in the quiet, you have asked the question that breaks my heart to hear you carry. Will I always be this way, my beloved? I brought you here tonight to answer that question with the full authority of heaven. No, you will not always be this way. You are already becoming someone else, and the one doing the changing is not you and your fragile willpower. It is me with all the patience and power of the one who spoke the stars into place. So put down the heavy weight of self-improvement for a moment, my child. You were never going to transform yourself by sheer effort, and you were never meant to. Transformation was always going to be my work in you, not your work on yourself. And that is the best news your weary heart could hear tonight. Stay with me all the way to the end, my child, because this is not another passing word you can afford to scroll past. This is a confirmation from heaven about the person you are being made into. And once you truly see it, you will never again be able to believe the old lie that you are stuck as you are. You are not stuck, you are in motion. What feels like standing still to you is actually becoming quietly beneath the surface. In a work that I began and I intend to finish. Hear me clearly, my beloved. You are no longer who you were. My word says it plainly in 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away, behold, all things are become new. A new creature, my child, not a patched-up version of the old one. Not the same broken thing with a fresh coat of paint, new. The old you, the one shaped by every wound and every failure, and every lie you were told about yourself. That one is passing away, and something I have been forming is rising in its place. You have felt it, have you not? That quiet sense that you do not quite fit inside your old self anymore. That is not confusion, my beloved. That is transformation. If something in you stirs as you hear that, my child, go to the comments and type these 3 words. I am changing. Say it not as a wish, but as your first agreement with what I am confirming over you tonight. Let me show you how I have always worked, my beloved, so that you will understand what I am doing with you. There was a man named Simon, an ordinary fisherman, impulsive and unsteady, the kind of man who spoke before he thought and sank the moment his faith wavered. If you had watched him in those early days, you would never have called him a rock. He was anything but. Yet the very first time my son looked at him, he did not call him by who he was. He called him by who he would become. He said, "Thou art Simon, thou shalt be called a stone." My child, do you see the wonder of it? Simon was still sinking, still stumbling, still denying, and already heaven had spoken his future name over him. And in time, that unsteady fisherman became exactly the rock he was called to be, a foundation stone of my whole church. I did not name him for his failures. I named him for his destiny. And that, my beloved, is precisely what I am doing with you tonight. I am not calling you by the old name your wounds gave you. I am calling you by the name of who you are becoming. That is why this word came to you now, my child. Heaven has just confirmed your true name, the one written over you before you ever stumbled. You have been answering to the wrong names for far too long. Failure, too much, not enough, overlooked. But those were never the names I gave you. I have called you beloved. I have called you mine. I have called you a new creature, being remade into the image of my Son. Start answering to the name I gave you, my beloved, and watch how quickly you begin to become it. Let me tell you why you can trust that this becoming is real, even on the days you cannot see it, because it does not depend on your strength to complete it. It depends on mine. Hear my promise in Philippians 1-6, being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. I began the good work in you, my beloved. It was my idea before it was ever your effort, and I am not the kind of builder who lays a foundation and then abandons the house. What I start, I finish. So when you look at the unfinished places in yourself and despair, remember that you are looking at a work still in progress, held in the hands of the one who never once has failed to complete what he began. You keep measuring yourself as though the picture were already supposed to be finished, my child. But no sculptor is judged by the block of stone in the middle of the carving. The unfinished parts are not proof of failure. They are proof that I am still working. The very fact that you ache over who you are not yet becoming is the evidence that something in you already knows who you are meant to be. That ache is holy, my beloved. It is the pull of your true self, the one I am drawing out of you a little at a time, my child. Before I show you more, I want you to keep this close. If you follow along in this quiet place, the next time I gather you here, I will show you how to recognize my hand in the very changes you have been afraid to trust, so that you never again mistake my work for mere coincidence. Follow along below, and stay near the voice that is remaking you, because I have far more to say about who you are becoming than can fit into one night. Now let me tell you the most important thing of all, my beloved. The thing that will keep you from misunderstanding this whole confirmation. When I speak of who you are becoming, I am not talking about becoming powerful in the eyes of the world. I am not promising you a throne of influence, or a crowd that finally admires you, or a name that impresses people. The becoming I am doing in you is far deeper and far more beautiful than that. I am shaping your character. I am remaking your heart. Hear what the true harvest of my Spirit looks like, as it is written in Galatians 5:22, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. That, my child, is who you are becoming. Someone who loves more freely than you once could. Someone whose joy does not depend on everything going right. Someone who carries a peace that the storms cannot steal. Someone patient where you were once anxious, gentle where you were once hard, faithful where you once gave up. This is the confirmation, my beloved. You are becoming kind in a world that made you defensive. You are becoming steady in a life that trained you to brace for the next blow. You are becoming someone who can be loved without flinching and who can love without fear. The transformation I am working in you is not about becoming more impressive. It is about becoming more whole, more free, more like the one who made you. And I want you to know where I am doing this work, my child, because the world would have you looking in all the wrong places. The world measures a person by the surface, by their appearance and their success, and the impression they leave in a room. But I have never measured you that way. Hear my word in 1 Samuel 16:7. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. While the world was judging your outside, my beloved, I have been at work on your inside, in the deep and hidden place where the real you lives. That is where the becoming happens. Not first in your circumstances, not first in what others can see, but in the quiet chambers of your heart, where I am slowly replacing fear with love, bitterness with mercy, and shame with belonging. This is why others may not notice the change at first, my child, and why you must not measure it by their eyes. The most important transformation in your life is happening in a place no camera could ever capture. It is happening in how you respond when no one is watching. It is happening in the thoughts you no longer entertain, the grudges you can suddenly release, the peace that meets you now in situations that once would have destroyed you. Do not wait for the world to confirm what heaven has already confirmed. The change is real, my beloved, and it is real first in your heart. If your chest tightens even a little as you read that, my child, as though something true just touched a place words rarely reach, then go and type this: I am becoming whole. Speak it over every part of you that still feels broken tonight. Now let me speak for a moment, not as the voice of your father, but as the hands that carry this word to you. There is someone out there tonight who is trapped inside the old version of themselves, my friend, convinced they can never change, certain that the person they long to become will always be out of their reach. This message could be the very thing that reaches them in the dark. If your spirit moves you to sow a seed into this work, so that this word can find that one still stuck in who they used to be, you can visit the link in the description below, or scan the code here on the screen. There is no pressure in it at all, and nothing is owed by anyone. Give what your spirit confirms, and nothing more. Now come back to me, my beloved, because I want to show you the pace of this becoming, so that you will stop being discouraged by how slowly it seems to move. You have wanted to wake up one morning suddenly and completely changed. Every old habit gone, every wound healed, every fear dissolved. But that is not how I most often work, and it is not how I am working in you. Hear the pattern in 2 Corinthians 3:18. But we all, with open face beholding, as in a glass, the glory of the Lord, are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. From glory to glory, my child, not from nothing to everything in a single day. From one glory to the next, a little more today than yesterday, a little more this year than last. The change is gradual on purpose, because a transformation that happens too fast has no roots. And I am growing something in you that is meant to last forever. So do not despise the slowness. My beloved, the oak does not become mighty overnight, and neither do you. Every small choice to be a little more patient, a little more honest, a little more forgiving than you were, is another degree of glory added to the person you are becoming. You are not failing because you are not finished. You are being carefully and lovingly changed. From glory to glory, at the only pace that could ever make the change permanent. Think of the caterpillar in its cocoon, my child, for I hid a picture of your becoming in the smallest of my creatures. When it wraps itself away in the dark, everything about it dissolves. To any eye that could see inside, it would look like ruin, like something coming undone, like a creature falling apart with no shape and no future. But that dissolving is not destruction. It is transformation. In the hidden dark, the old form is being unmade so that something with wings can be built from the very same life. And when it finally emerges, it does not crawl anymore. It flies. My beloved, there have been seasons when your own life felt exactly like that dark cocoon, when everything you thought you were seemed to be coming undone, and you feared you were falling apart. But you were not falling apart, my child. You were being remade. What felt like unraveling was me dissolving the old form so that I could build something that could fly. Do not fear the cocoon seasons. They are where wings are made. And do not measure your becoming against anyone else's, my child. For comparison is a thief that will rob you of the very joy of your own transformation. You will look at others who seem further along, more healed, more whole, more at peace. And the old lie will whisper that you are behind, that you are the slow one, that everyone is becoming except you. But I am not growing a field of identical plants, my beloved. I am tending a garden, and every living thing in it blooms in its own season and at its own pace. The rose is not behind the tulip. The oak is not failing because it grows more slowly than the wildflower. You have no idea what winters another soul weathered before you met them, and they have no idea what you have survived. So keep your eyes on my hands and not on your neighbor's progress, my child. Your becoming is yours. It cannot be rushed to match another's, and it cannot be judged by another's timeline. The only fair measure of your growth is who you were yesterday, and against that measure, my beloved, you have come further than you know. And here is the tender mercy of it. My beloved, the caterpillar does not have to understand the process to be transformed by it. It does not have to manage its own becoming. It simply yields to it. And I am not asking you to engineer your own transformation either. I am not asking you to force the wings. I am only asking you to yield, to stay in my hands through the dark and the dissolving, and to trust that the one who designed the butterfly knows exactly what he is doing with you. Go and type this now, my child. I am being changed. Let heaven hear you agree with the slow and faithful work I am doing in you. There is a part of this I have not shown you yet, my beloved. The part where the old patterns finally begin to lose their grip on you. If you follow along in this place, I will walk you through how to tell your new self from your old one, in the seasons when the two still feel tangled together, and you cannot yet tell which voice is which. Stay close below, and let me keep teaching you how to recognize the person you are becoming, because you will need eyes to see it before the world does. Now let me answer the question your heart has been quietly asking. My child, who exactly am I becoming? What is the finished picture I am being changed into? I will tell you plainly, and it is greater than anything you would have dared to imagine for yourself. Hear it in Romans 8:29, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son. That is the confirmation, my beloved. That is who you are becoming. You are being conformed to the image of my Son. Every gentle thing in him is being formed in you. Every steady, loving, unshakable thing in him is being pressed into the shape of your own heart. You were not made to become a better version of the broken world's idea of a person. You were made to look like Jesus in the way you love, in the way you forgive, in the way you carry peace into a room full of fear. Do you understand the honor of that, my child? Of all the things I could have been forming you into, I chose to make you like my own Son. Not because you earned it, but because that is the destiny I wrote over you before you drew a single breath. If your shoulders drop and something in you goes quiet as you hear that, my beloved, as though a weight you did not know you were carrying just eased, then go and type this: I am being made new. Speak it gently, as one who is finally letting the transformation happen instead of fighting it. Now I must speak to the seasons that hurt, my child, because you have wondered why the road to becoming this person has been so painful. You have asked why. If I am making you gentle, I allowed you to be broken. Why, if I am making you strong, I let you feel so weak. Hear the truth in Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. All things, my beloved, not some things. The betrayals that taught you compassion, the waiting that taught you patience, the wounds that taught you how to be gentle with the wounds of others, none of it was wasted. Every hard season was the chisel in my hand, carving away what was never meant to remain, revealing the person I always saw hidden inside the stone. Remember Jacob, my beloved, who wrestled all through the night by the river, alone and afraid, clinging to me even as the struggle wore him down. He came out of that long, dark wrestling with a limp he would carry the rest of his days, but he also came out with a new name. He went into that night as Jacob, a name that meant the deceiver, the one who grasped and schemed, and he came out as Israel, one who has power with God. My child, the wrestling did not break him. It renamed him. The very struggle he thought might destroy him was the place where I confirmed who he was becoming. And so it has been with you. The nights you spent wrestling, the seasons you thought you might not survive, the struggles that left you with a limp you still carry, none of it was for nothing. You did not come out of those nights the same, my beloved. You came out renamed. What tried to break you was actually the birthplace of your new identity, and do not forget what fire does to gold, my child. Hear it in 1 Peter 1-7, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory. The goldsmith does not put the gold in the fire to destroy it. He puts it there to purify it, to bring the impurities to the surface so they can be lifted away, until the gold is so pure it reflects his own face. My beloved, the fire you have walked through was never meant to consume you. It was meant to purify you, to bring to the surface everything that was never meant to remain, so that when the refining is done, you will shine with a purity that could only have come through the flames. You are not being burned up, my child. You are being refined into gold, and I know the enemy of your soul has been whispering the opposite. My child, he has told you that you will never really change, that you will always be the old you underneath, that the growth is not real, that the moment pressure comes you will collapse back into who you were and prove that none of this was true. Do not believe him, my beloved. He is a liar, and he fears you're becoming more than you know, because a soul that is being conformed to the image of my Son is a soul he can no longer hold. When he tells you that you have not changed, look at how differently you love now. Look at what no longer tempts you that once ruled you. Look at the peace you carry into places that used to undo you. The change is real. He is simply afraid of it. Go and type this over his lie, my child. I will not go back. Say it as a soul who knows the old grave is empty now. Let me speak again, not as your father's voice, but as the one who carries this word to you. You have just heard that this change comes a little at a time, from glory to glory. There is someone whose transformation has been so slow that they have stopped believing it is happening at all, my friend. Someone convinced they are standing still while everyone else moves forward. Behind every word that reaches them is prayer and quiet preparation, work done in the background, so this message can find the ones who need it most. If you feel moved to help carry it to that weary soul who thinks they will never change, you can visit the link in the description or scan the code on the screen. No pressure and nothing owed by anyone. Give what your spirit confirms. Now let me show you where so much of this becoming actually happens. My beloved, because you have been looking for it in the wrong place. You have been watching your circumstances, waiting for your life to change so that you could feel different. But I do not begin with your circumstances. I begin with your mind. Hear my word in Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God, transformed by the renewing of your mind, my child. The becoming starts in the quiet place where your thoughts live, where you have believed things about yourself for so long that they felt like facts. I am renewing that place. I am pulling out the old lies by the root. The belief that you are unlovable, the belief that you are too far gone, the belief that you will always be this way. And I am planting the truth in their place until the way you think about yourself finally matches the way I have always thought about you. My word gives you a picture for this, my beloved, that will help you cooperate with the work. It is written in Colossians 3:9, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. And in Colossians 3:10, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge, after the image of him that created him, putting off and putting on, my child. Like laying down a heavy, worn-out garment you have worn so long you forgot you could take it off, and putting on something clean and new that was made to fit you. The old man is the person you were before you knew who you belonged to, the one clothed in fear and shame and old habits. And every day I am inviting you to take that garment off one more time and put on the new man, the one being renewed after the image of the one who made you. Some mornings you will reach for the old garment out of habit, my beloved. That is all right. Simply take it off again and put on the new. That is not failure. That is the daily rhythm of becoming. You are learning a new way of being, my child. And like anything new, it will feel unfamiliar before it feels natural. Do not be discouraged when the old self still feels more comfortable. Of course it does. You wore it for years, but comfortable is not the same as true. The new self I am forming in you is the truer one. And the more you choose to put it on, the more it will begin to feel like home, until one day you will realize you have not reached for the old garment in a very long time. This is why your becoming feels like a battle some days, my beloved, because the oldest lies do not leave without a fight. But every time you choose to believe my word over the old accusation, every time you answer the lie with the truth, another part of your mind is renewed, and you become a little more the person I am confirming you to be. If a stillness settles over you as you read this, my child, a sense that your own thoughts are being gently rearranged, then go and type this: my mind is being renewed. Let it be your agreement with the truth taking root in you. When this becoming is further along, my beloved, I have something to show you about what I am preparing you for on the other side of the change. Follow along in this place so that you do not miss it. For I do not transform a soul without a purpose, already waiting at the end of the transformation. Stay near below, and in time I will lead you into the very thing all of this becoming has been for. Now let me lift your eyes to the finished picture, my child, so that you will have something to hold on to on the days the change feels invisible. Hear the promise in 1 John 3:2, Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that, when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. It does not yet appear what you shall be, my beloved, That is why you cannot always see it in the mirror. The full picture has not fully appeared yet, even to you, but I have seen it. I have seen the finished you, the one fully healed, fully free, fully like my son, and I am telling you tonight with all the authority of heaven that the picture is glorious. You would weep if you could see who you are becoming. You would never doubt yourself again. So on the days you cannot see the change, my child, trust the one who can. What has not yet appeared is not the same as what is not happening beneath the surface. In ways your eyes cannot yet track, you are being made like him. Consider David, my beloved. When my prophet poured the oil over his head and anointed him king, he was still a boy, still tending sheep in his father's fields, still the one his own family had not thought worth calling in from the pasture. The anointing came first. The throne came many long years later, after seasons of running and hiding and waiting and being misunderstood. But heaven had already confirmed who he would become long before the reality caught up to the confirmation. My child, do you understand what that means for you tonight? Heaven can confirm your destiny long before your circumstances agree with it. The word I am speaking over you tonight is the anointing oil poured over who you are becoming, while you may still feel like the forgotten one out in the field. Do not despise the gap between the confirmation and the reality. David lived in that gap for years, and the gap did not cancel the calling. It prepared him to carry it, and your gap is doing the very same thing. So when the world looks at you and sees only who you have been, my beloved, and cannot imagine the person I am forming, do not let their small vision shrink your becoming. They are looking at the field. I am looking at the whole of who you will be, and the oil of my confirmation has already been poured over your life. Go and type this now, my beloved. I trust the work in me. Say it as one who believes even the parts they cannot see. Let me remind you of how long this has been true, my child, so that you will know it is not a new idea I only recently had about you. You were never an afterthought. You were never a mistake I am now trying to fix. Hear how far back my knowing of you goes. In Jeremiah 1-5, before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee. Before you were formed, my beloved, I knew you. Before you had done a single thing, right or wrong, I had already set you apart. The person you are becoming is not a stranger I am inventing. It is the person I saw when I first dreamed of you, before the world got its hands on you and told you who you had to be to survive. I am not making you into someone new to me. I am restoring you to who you always were in my eyes. And it is written in Ephesians 2:10, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works, which God hath before ordained that we should walk in them." You are my workmanship, my child, my handiwork, my poem, not a rough draft, not a failed attempt, but a work I am crafting with intention and delight. Every day of your becoming is another stroke of the brush, another line of the poem. And I do not make ugly things. I once sent a prophet to watch a potter at his wheel, my beloved, so that my people would understand how I work with a life. And this is what he saw, as it is written in Jeremiah 18:4, "And the vessel that he made of clay was marred in the hand of the potter. So he made it again another vessel, as seemed good to the potter to make it." The vessel was marred, my child. Something had gone wrong with it. And do you know what the potter did not do? He did not throw the clay away. He did not decide it was ruined beyond hope and cast it into the corner. He simply gathered the same clay back into his hands, and he made it again into another vessel. My beloved, you have felt marred. You have felt like a vessel that came out wrong, cracked and misshapen by everything that pressed against you before you were strong enough to resist it. But I am not a potter who discards marred clay. I am the potter who makes it again. The same life, the same clay, gathered back into my patient hands and reshaped into something good. You are not being thrown away, my child. You are being made again. And notice, my beloved, that the marring happened while the clay was still in the potter's hands. You were never out of my hands. Not even in the seasons you felt most ruined. The reshaping is not happening in spite of my grip on you. It is happening because I have never once let go. So yield to the wheel, my child. Let my hands do their work. What is spinning and shifting beneath the pressure of my fingers is not destruction. It is a vessel being made again into something that can finally hold what I always meant to pour into it. If warmth rises in your chest as you hear that you were wanted from the very beginning, my beloved, then go and type this: I am his work. Speak it as one who finally believes they were made on purpose. And hear this before I confirm the rest, my beloved, because it is the ground everything else stands on. You do not have to wait until the becoming is finished to be loved. You are loved right now, in the middle of the process, unfinished, and in progress, and still under construction. My love for you was never a reward waiting at the end of your transformation. It was the very thing that began it. Hear my word in Romans 5:8. But God commendeth his love toward us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. While you were yet in your worst, my child, before you had changed a single thing, my love was already poured out for you completely. So you can stop believing that you will finally be worthy of love once you have healed enough, grown enough, become good enough. That day will never need to come because you were already fully loved on your very worst day. The becoming is not how you earn my love, my beloved. It is the fruit of already having it. Let that settle the striving in you, my child. You are not transforming so that I will finally accept you. You are being transformed because I already have. There is no version of you I am waiting for before I will love you. I love the you of this exact moment. The one still reaching for the old garment some mornings. The one who has not conquered every fear. The one who is somewhere in the middle of the story. That one tonight, right now, is my beloved, and it is from within that love, never in order to earn it, that all your becoming will unfold. So let me confirm it over you now, my child, the thing I brought you here to hear. This is who you will become, not who the world tried to make you, not who your wounds insisted you would always be. You will become someone who loves without fear, who rests without striving, who forgives without being asked twice, who carries my peace like light into every dark room they enter. You will become gentle and unshakable at the same time, my child. You will become the safe place others run to, my beloved, because you will have been so thoroughly healed that there is room in you for their pain. You will look like my son, my beloved, and you will finally look like yourself, because they were always meant to be the same thing. And here is one of the most beautiful parts of who you are becoming, my child. The part you may not have expected. Everything I am healing in you, I am healing so that it can one day heal others through you. Hear my word in 2 Corinthians 1-4, who comforteth us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble, by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of God. Do you see it, my beloved? The comfort I am pouring into your wounds is not only for you. It is being stored up in you so that one day you can pour it out onto someone whose wound looks just like the one I healed in you. The very pain you thought had no purpose is becoming your compassion. The very valley you walked through is becoming the map you will hand to someone lost in the same darkness. You are becoming a wounded healer, my child, one who can say to another broken soul, I have been where you are, and I know the God who brought me through. There is no comfort quite like the comfort that comes from someone who has survived the same storm, and that is who you are becoming. A survivor turned shelter, a healed heart with room for the hurting. So the next time you are tempted to believe your suffering was wasted, my beloved, remember this: I do not waste pain, I redeem it. Every tear you cried is being turned into tenderness. Every night you survived is becoming someone else's hope. The person you are becoming will be able to reach hearts that the untested and the unbroken never could, because you will carry not just words about my faithfulness, but the scars that prove it. You are not who you were. You are not yet all you will be, but you are becoming every single day, whether you can feel it or not, held in the hands of the one who began the work and will most certainly finish it. Go and type this, my child, over your whole future. This is who I will become. Let heaven record your agreement with the confirmation spoken over you tonight. And let me settle one more fear before you go, my beloved, because I know it will come for you soon. You will stumble again somewhere in the days ahead. You will fall back into an old pattern. Speak a word you wish you could take back. Feel an old fear rise up as strong as ever, and the accuser will be right there to say, you see, nothing has changed. You are exactly who you always were. My child, Hear me now so you will be ready for that moment. A stumble is not the same as a return. Falling down on the road is not the same as walking backward. Even my most faithful ones stumbled, and their stumbling did not undo their becoming, because becoming was never about perfect performance. It was about the direction of your heart. When you fall, my beloved, the proof that you have changed is not that you never fall. It is that you no longer want to stay down. The old you made peace with the fall. The new you grieves it, gets up, and reaches for me again. That reaching, my child, that turning back toward me after the stumble, is itself the evidence that you are becoming someone new. So do not let a single fall convince you the whole journey was a lie. Get up. I am not surprised by your stumble, and I am not finished with you because of it. Take my hand, and let us keep walking toward who you are becoming before you go. My beloved, let me leave one last word over the days ahead. Be patient with yourself the way I am patient with you. When you stumble, do not take it as proof that nothing has changed. Take it as the reason you still need my grace, and let it draw you closer instead of driving you into shame. Keep choosing, one small choice at a time, to believe who I say you are over who your fear says you are. And when the old self tries to return, do not fight it with willpower alone. Simply come back to me, and let me keep doing the work only I can do. I am not finished with you, my child, not even close. The best of who you are becoming is still ahead, and I will walk you into every bit of it. And so, gently, one last time. If this word has remade something in you tonight, help it reach the next soul still waiting to become who they were made to be. Visit the link in the description below, or scan the code on the screen. Give what your spirit confirms, and nothing more. Now, let us pray together, my beloved, before you go, Father. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for my friend who is still here, still hoping, still trusting you, even after every season that tried to convince them they could never change. Thank you that you began a good work in them, and that you are faithful to complete it. I speak confirmation over their spirit right now. I speak patience over their process. I speak peace over the parts of them that are still unfinished. Let them feel your hands upon their life, shaping, restoring, remaking them into the image of your Son. Silence the lie that says they cannot change. Open their eyes to the transformation already underway, and give your beloved child the quiet confidence of a soul that finally believes the confirmation of heaven over the accusation of the enemy. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen. And so I bless you now as you go, my child. The way a father blesses a child he treasures. I bless your eyes to begin seeing the change I have already begun. I bless your heart to believe the confirmation of heaven over the accusation of the enemy. I bless your weary hands to rest from the exhausting work of trying to fix yourself, and to trust the hands that are already remaking you. I bless the unfinished places in you with patience, that you would treat them as gently as I do. And I bless the finished picture forming in the unseen, the whole and healed and Christ-like you, that it would rise a little more into the light with every passing day, until the world sees what heaven has already confirmed. Go in peace now, my beloved child. You are not who you were. You are not yet all you will be, but you are becoming tonight and every night who I always saw when I first dreamed of you. The work is mine, the confirmation is heaven's, and the glory of who you are becoming is already certain. Rest in that, my child. Your Father has spoken it, and your Father will not lay down the work until the picture is complete.